Hello everyone, I am here to do a quick video on my PS Vita collection. Keep in mind these are all American games, all American original cases, besides 2 games, 1 Japanese case. Now I have exactly 200 different PS Vita games, that's why I'm going to do a video right now. I am currently missing 2 Vita games, 2 of the newest games that just came out, TOUKIDEN 2 and Zero Escape, the Nonary Games, and 1 case for Dungeon Travelers 2, the Librarian, etc. So I'm going to start off here. These are all in alphabetical order. These are all the games that are not special editions that I don't have in original cases. The last one over here, these are all going to be limited run games and games that I haven't opened from the cases yet. So this is the only stack that's not going to be in alphabetical order. I'm going to start over here at the A's. So, Aegis of Earth, Akiba's Trip. You know what, I'm not going to read them out loud. It's going to take too long. I'm just going to go over highlights. The 2 Assassin's Creed games, people might not even know about Chronicles, which was the 3 different downloadable versions that came out a year ago, all on one PS Vita disc. And Aegis of Earth came out pretty recently. It's a tower defense game that I thought was really good. Akiba's Trip has a sequel coming out next month. Army Corps of Hell, I think was a launch game. It's really not that good. Ben 10 Galactic Racing. It's a pretty hard game to get. I actually have 2 copies, because I bought one from GameStop. It did not come with the original case. So I had to get this one with the original case. There are 5 different Blaze Blue games. The first 3, with the white borders, are going to be 2D fighters. The other 2 X-Blaze games are going to be visual novels. Now, as many of you might know, Call of Duty, Black Ops, really did not get a very good port. It's not really a port at all. For a multiplayer, you do have Nuketown, and the basic maps for the original Call of Duty Black Ops, but the single player is just, it's different than the other game, but it's like small 5-minute missions. And it's really, it'd probably take about 2 or 3 hours to beat the entire single player mode on easy. So I think it got like a 5 when it came out, and it deserves it. Child of Light, really good game, you should know all about it. Conception 2, now that is one weird game. You're basically getting high schoolers to mate with each other, so you can create different groups of little like attackers. And it's kind of like Persona, except instead of using your personas, you use star children, they're called. Those are the things you make. Now, there's obviously Danganronpa. Probably my favorite series out of all the Vita games. Ultra Despair Girls is different than the other 2. It's an action, third-person, over-the-top shooter. The other 2 games are your high schoolers, and you're forced into a abandoned school, and Monokuma, who's a little teddy bear who takes over, basically tells you that only one person can survive, and basically everyone starts killing each other one by one, and you have to figure out each murder as they happen. And it's got a tremendous visual novel style in that there's a lot of gameplay to it, and I've never played any game like it, and it's just amazing. You have to experience it yourself. And Dead or Alive is 2D fighter. Demon Gaze is alright. Inception, blah. Technica Tune, that you don't have the collector's edition. The collector's edition is going for like $250, $300. This Jaya, I haven't really played them, so I can't really comment. Dragon's Crown, I beat that game. It's really good. It's a 2D action RPG. Really good, seems like it's hand-drawn graphics. Start over here. Dynasty Warriors. There are 2 Dynasty Warriors games on Vita. The 8 Extreme Legends has got more strategy to it and is a deeper game. So if you're going to get one of them, go with that one. Dungeon Hunter Alliance is crap. I sold it before. I wasn't sure if I was going to collect Vita games, so I ended up getting it again for like $10. I wouldn't say spending more than $5. Earth Defense Force 2. There's actually 2 different Earth Defense Force games on Vita. One of them is downloadable only, and one of them is this version. F1. This game right here, F1 2011. It's an IndyCar racing game. The only special thing about that is the case is very hard to find. Just like Ben 10, I have 2 different versions because the one from GameStop did not have the case. Fate Extella is a newer game. Haven't really played it though. The Farming Sims, there's actually Farming Sim 17 coming out this year for Vita. It's a physical copy. I haven't played them. I can't comment on them because they're farming simulators. Didn't really get my loins going, if you catch my drift. The FIFA Soccer games on Vita. FIFA Soccer is the original. Doesn't even have a year. Then you got 13, 14, and 15. I don't believe they are going to make another one as a physical game. Final Fantasy X2 HD Remaster is tremendous. I know a lot of people like Spoonie did not like Final Fantasy X, but I loved it. And to play it again as an HD Remaster was awesome. To get all the Aeons again and beat it, absolutely loved it. X2 is just weird. It's a Japanese game where it's just weird. It's so much different than X, and you use Yuma as the main character, and I just really didn't like it that much. World of Final Fantasy, I haven't put enough time in to give you any real pointers on that. I can just say it's newer. Freedom Wars, I beat that. It came out, it was $5 at one Black Friday. $5 is a no-brainer. Buy it. It's a great game. If you got online, it's even better. Galgun is extremely weird. It's kind of like Japanese, I don't know, like porn, kind of. It's really close to just being Japanese porn. God of War. It's a remake of 1 and 2. It's really not that much different. I didn't play original 1 and 2, so if you haven't beat 1 and 2 in a long time, you're not a collector, I'd recommend it. But if you beat 1 and 2 before, it's really not that much different. You don't get much of an HD remake. Grand Kingdom, I haven't put enough time into. Gravity Rush, I beat. It's a tremendous game. I love Cat. It's one of the best PS Vita games that came out the first year of the system. Now these games, the Hyper Dimensions, Neptunia games, I haven't put enough time into them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. I haven't put enough time into Hot Shots Golf. It's a good golf sim. It's better than PGA ones. Jak and Daxter was a horrible remake. Killzone Mercenary, the best first-person shooter on Vita, hands down. So I would buy that. It's cheap nowadays. Buy it. Injustice, it's pretty much the same thing as the other Injustice games. It's a great port. Oops, sorry about that. Natural Doctrine. See this here? I got this original case at GameStop. Now look. Over here. You make out the letter. Flip it like this for you so you can see the lettering better. God. There we go. VAS. VCAS. See how it's different than the PCSE? Means it's a Japanese case. But since I'd already bought the game with a different case, it did not come with the artwork, because the artwork by itself is going on eBay for like $30. The case is more expensive than the game nowadays. So I actually have the American game with a Japanese case. So look for that if you're a collector and you're collecting Vita cases. Look for those letters and numbers. It's a pretty decent game. Merumasa is a great game. It's pretty much same style as Dragon's Crown. Came out before it. It's a great game. So whatever I said about Dragon's Crown, same thing. Ninja Gaidens, they're really tough on these. Really tough games. I haven't beat either of them. Need for Speed, I beat. It's my favorite racing game on Vita. The only racing game I beat completely. First person. Odin Sphere is another one just like Merumasa. Came out a little while ago. It's a pre-order bonus. I got a little art book with it. One Piece game I beat completely. Very good game. Persona, obviously. What else can I say about Persona that hasn't been said? It's maybe the greatest version of Persona 4 is the PS Vita version. It's just got everything in it. And I didn't know anything about Persona. That's the only Persona game I've played on the series. And it made me buy Persona 5 for PS4. And it might be the best game on Vita. Now this Ragnarok Odyssey, I said in the other video, you gotta be careful when buying them from GameStop. They're dumb. They mix up the games in the wrong cases. That's why I get 3 different games and 2 different cases. 2 Rayman's games. Those are maybe the prettiest PS Vita games. I'd get the newer one, Legends. Those are really pretty games. If you like platformers, buy them. Resistance I thought is underrated. Great first person game. This video is getting up to 15 minutes, so I gotta go. Shovel Knight. PS Vita. Exclusive from the manufacturer. I had to buy that from the manufacturer. You can't get that from, say, GameStop or anything. It's a special game. Like a limited run. Real quick. Take a look at the other Sly games. Like Soul Sacrifice, Smartass, Silent Hill. Sucks. But Shovel Knight, here it is. A nice instruction booklet. And the only games with that. Okay, gotta continue. Gotta make this quicker. Okay, last 2 ones. Steins Gate games. Maybe the best visual novels. Beat them both. Love them. Gotta go back and beat more versions so I get all the endings. SpongeBob. Would never open it if I didn't have to. Stranger of Sword City. Pretty good game. Demon Gaze, same style as that. Supremacy MMA, another game. Extremely hard to get the cover variant for that. Another game I had to buy 2 of them. Tale of Hearts R was originally a GameStop exclusive. Tearaway, a great, gorgeous looking game for the PS Vita. 2 Walking Deads are great on Vita. Touch My Katamari, just same thing I said about Supremacy. Extremely hard to find the artwork. Uncharted, great game. Valhalla Knights, another one that's pretty tough to find artwork. Zero Time Dilemma and Virtue's Last Reward. The Nonary Games comes out. You have Virtue's Last Reward on it. And 999 is the other game that's on the Nonary Games. So you get 2 games the price of 1. If you plan on buying that, do not buy Virtue's Last Reward. And East, right here. Calcetta, great game. Best action RPG maybe on the entire system. Now the last, these are all going to be limited run games. Except for the top versions. Aqua Kitty DX. I gotta go quick here. I'm not getting up to 15. I haven't even showed off my collector's edition. Rage You Got is the newest limited run game. The most expensive one. Go to limitedrungames.com. Breach and Clear. It's going for about $200 on eBay. Retro City Rampage is not a limited runs game. Same thing as Shovel Knight, had to get that from the manufacturer. These are all just games I haven't opened yet. Rose in the Twilight, you get from nisamerica.com, not limited run. These are all other collector's editions that are Vita games. Sorcery Saga has a baby spoon and bib in it. What a collector's edition. Firefly Diary. I only bought... Yomawari has this game inside of this one, so you don't buy this game if you have that. Other collector's editions. This $200 game, AR No Search Plus, the most expensive game I have. Other games. This is the best collector's edition right here, Persona.